I was just gonna say, like, having all that stress and all the negative parts of the fine, and then and the beginning of the year, it also made me do something very important to, now, which was, reconnecting with you. It Getting that fine and having all that mental stress made me reach out to you again and reconnect, and that's a huge plus for me, just reconnecting with you. And that just kind of shows you how much, like, these bad things can also lead to, good things, and it's not always bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for anybody to be written up like that so publicly, like you Google Yealimi Noh, and at that time, everything was about that fine, ESPN,
Yeah.
Sports Center, Golf Channel. And it was like, it's like, you can't get away from that narrative that other people were writing about you. And we had to create your own narrative. Like, we had to create your own story. What do you think helped you overcome that for yourself? Not thinking about the world and perceptions and all that, but for you. I know you and I reconnected after that, but what do you think helped to overcome that for you?
I mean, it definitely wasn't like a quick fix or anything. Like, it took a few months, and it took a lot of kind of talking about it with you. Time really helped, of course, like just kind of getting over it and just like trying to forget about it. Like, I didn't want to like look through all the articles or whatever. Like, I ignored that stuff. Like, I just had to know that, just telling yourself that I wasn't the problem. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it was a few seconds. Like, I was just unlucky at that time. Like, very, very unlucky. I was unlucky, and it just happened to be that way. Like, at that time, I was just like, everything was going wrong for me. Like, I was like, this isn't working. Nothing was like working out for me, like the way I had hoped or expected, or just in general. Like, I felt like everything, like the world was against me. I felt like at that time, with other, things going on, but I just had to really fight through it. And with the fine part, I just was like, I mean, it definitely, like, every time I saw rules official, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hurry up now. But just kind of like letting it go. Like, I mean, I just kept telling myself, it was like bad timing. It was like just unlucky. So not to like think too much about it, just focusing on maybe it was also like a good thing. Like, I was able to reevaluate my routine maybe, and it just also made me realize how much like I was thinking over the ball, maybe like thinking about so many things. Like, at that time, like I said, I was struggling. So when you're struggling, you tend to, think a lot and overthink. And it just taught me to just really narrow it down, like be more simple minded, and just focus on like small things. So, and then like thinking about the fine, I was like, I got it for slow play. So it just was like, hurry it up, or just make it everything more simple. So it was like another reminder for me. So
Yeah. No, I love that. And one of the themes, and I know you and I talked about it a lot, but one of the themes that kept coming up for me, and what I really appreciated about you, is how much you took to heart self-compassion and self-love and self-kindness. And it was like, when you felt like the world was against you, where they kind of took a very small thing and blew it up into a big story, that it was almost like they were trying to create a story of who you were. We really had to work on your own story, creating your own narrative about who you believe yourself to be. And it's easy to walk into a room when everybody has this like preconceived notion of who they think you are based on articles or tabloids or whatever they read. The lessons of self-compassion, and the way you were able to kind of talk to yourself and love on yourself, and believe in yourself, and take things little by little. And it wasn't a quick fix, like you said. I mean, it took some time, but for you to process and lean into that. A lot of people lean away and distract and numb and do other things, but you really leaned into it. Like, you really took the time and let this whole experience shape you. And I think it personally grew you to be the person that you are today. And I think it's just going to prepare you even more.